This is Paranormal Short Session 30 by Keith Evans at the Chestnut Street Cemetery in Apalachicola, Florida. Today is Wednesday, the 24th of July, 2024. I'm not sure what's on that emblem there. If you can tell, leave me a comment. At the bottom it says, "In God We Trust," and it's a circle. And it's right above William D. Campbell, born September 22nd, 1887, died December 9th, 1905. I'm looking at what's below that. It almost looks like company. I don't know. It's hard to say. All right, if you can read what's below the death date for Mr. Campbell, let me know. You leave a message in the comment. All right, Mr. Campbell's tombstone is quite interesting. It's been damaged by two cedar trees that were planted behind it, as long as also has been damaged as the Mr. Campbell beside him. So there's two Campbells buried here. You can see how the back here has been pushed up. You know, this part here of the name on the tombstone set on this first mount, and then there was a second mount here. You can see where the tree is pushed up on it. Both of them, even the tombstone beside Mr. Campbell. See how the tree pushed this to buckle in. At one point, I'm sure this was straight. You can see how buckled it is. You can see there where the tree is pushed this out that way, causing this to go on an angle. So and it pushed in this way with this piece. So it looks like these two trees are scheduled to be cut down. You can see the yellowish green ribbons that are around them. In the past, any tree that had that was scheduled to be cut down. So it looks like this piece in front was at one time one piece, and it cracked it, just the pressure from being pushed out from here, being pushed this way. So I'm going to try to get a hold of Mr. Campbell. Either of the Campbells that are here today, if anyone from the Campbell family is here today, I have a yes or no question for you. I'm just turning on the Obelisk 5. Well, it's true or false. But true I use as yes, and false I use as no. So we could go true or false. True is green and false is red. True or false, will the Campbell family be happy when the two cedar trees are gone? The ones that are causing havoc to the tombstones and the two-plot burial wall. Will you all be happy when the trees are gone? Yes or no? True or false? No, false. Wow. Okay. They're not going to be happy when the trees are gone. Apparently, these trees might have been planted by the family. Maybe a symbol of the relatives that are buried here. I mean, cedars live for a long time. They might grow rather slow, but they're very hard wood, very sturdy. Takes a lot to kill them. You must have to cut them down to kill them. So, maybe the family sees them as a symbol. I don't know. Maybe we should let it stay here. It's not really up to me, but that's just the thought that I'm getting from the family, or whoever chimed in would assume this is a family. Yes or no? Was it the family who told me they would like the trees to stay? True or false? False. Wasn't the family. Huh. All right. Well, I know a lot of people like preserving the old trees, and I can understand that, but we have to have an equal balance between preserving the trees and preserving their history, especially the older tombstones. So, anyway, I'm hoping that we can do both. As a ghost or a spirit, do you think we can do both? Preserve the trees, at least some of the trees, and as much of the tombstones and old, grave cradles and full grave cradles and plot burial walls and metal plot fences. Are you okay with us preserving as much of that, if not all of it, as possible? True or false? True is green, false is red. Looks like it's going towards false again. Well, now it's going towards true. It's going towards both. So it might be one person's for it, one person's against it. True for one person and false for another. Well, I don't think it's going to make a decision. That's a draw. All right, I understand. A draw. But it gave it enough time. Usually it'll make a decision as soon as you ask the question. All right. True or false? Did the family plant these trees that are behind both Mr. Campbell and Mr. Campbell's tombstone? Did the family plant these cedar trees here? True or false? False. Well, okay, then who planted these trees here? Could you give me the name of the person that planted these trees here if you know it? If you don't know it, just say you don't know it. Got to go to the ABC mode of the Obelisk 5. Drone, D-R-O-N-E. What does that mean? Does that mean they grew on their own? They weren't planted by anyone? I don't know. Does anyone have a feeling of what that should mean for drone? Drone is D-R-O-N-E, and valve is V-O-W-E-L. Valve. Well, I mean, what are the initials of your name? The person I'm talking to right now. If you don't want to give your name, if you do, my name is Keith Evans, and I'm going to let you know I'm using this for to put on, the promos will be on Instagram and Facebook, and the full length of the Paranormal Short Session 30 will be on YouTube. So if you don't want to be a part of that, don't choose any words from my Obelisk 5, which I'm bringing up and down. And don't show yourself so we can pick you up on the camera with visible light, because that'll be a dead giveaway. So, all right, but if you don't mind that, I'm more than happy to talk to you. You can choose all the words you want. It's going to take some of your energy, I'll let you know in advance. So, and if you want to materialize, I'm more than happy to take a photo or video of you. I don't know, that might just be light coming through from the sunlight being directly in front of me, that line. I don't think that's paranormal, but I say, because it shows up now. If it just showed up during that request that I mentioned about appearing, then I would say it might be paranormal, but I think it's the rays of the sun bouncing off the the lens and it causes like a white line, so that's not paranormal. All right, I'll find a better angle. Sometimes I get more words if I'm staying in it close to the headstone. That's why I want to be here. Are either of the Campbells here today? Let's mosey on over this side and take a look at the front. We got Mr. James M. Campbell, and we have Mr. William D. Campbell. Any of the Campbells here today? If so, could you give me your name on the obelisk 5B? My name is Keith Evans. What is your name? Well, I got to do better with the yes or no's a lot of times. Do ghosts and spirits notice how hot the summer is, or is that something that you cannot pick up on? As a ghost or spirit, what type of weather do you like most? Do you like it when it's warm and dry, or cold and windy? Thunderstorms? Well, I'm not getting much today on the obelisk 5, which is strange. Drone valve. Vowel. Maybe it's not a vowel like A-E-I-O-U. Maybe it's a take a vow. Did you take a vow to save the trees? Is that what you're saying? What did you take a vow to do? I know one of you, Mr. James M. Campbell, was a member of the Woodmen of the World Memorial. I don't know. I don't think that is the little round symbol at the top, because at the bottom it says, "In God We Trust." So, Mr. William D. Campbell passed away first in 1905. James M. Campbell passed away in 1912. And William Campbell was born in 1887, and James Campbell was born in 1880. So he was born about 7 years prior, and he died about 7 years after him. So he lived 14 years longer. James Campbell lived 14 years longer than William Campbell. We're not getting much paranormal today. Y'all want me to switch back to yes or no? Can I get a word for that? No word? They're a tough crowd today. Well, sometimes if I just ignore it, they'll start talking. I don't know if they're talking to me or the ghosts and spirits are talking amongst themselves, but at this point in time, I'm going to ignore it. Was that a word? Sometimes it'll sound like a frog go erp, and there'll be a word coming up. Yeah, it's a word. After vowel, V-O-W-E-L, I got this. T-H-I-S. I didn't know that obelisk 5 had words like this. Can you see it at home? It's kind of blurry. Let me turn towards the sun. That's east towards the sun. Let me turn west. Comes in a little better. This, T-H-I-S. Your vow is to this? Well, sounds good to me. I like the old cedar trees. I've always liked them since I got here. It's like a pair Almost like, you were a family pair. The cedar trees are the family pair. I'm just not, I'm not sure what they could do to try to save the tombstones over a period of time if the trees keep growing. And they will keep growing. And it's so expensive to try to keep realigning and trying to save the tombstones the way they are. And to try to preserve the border fence, which is being really wrecked by, the border fence wall is really being wrecked by this trees growing up and out. So I'm not sure what to say. I'm hoping that as many people who can afford will try to donate money to the Chestnut Street Cemetery so they have the amount of funds they need to preserve as much as possible before it's broken or ruined and gone forever. I don't get anything out of it. I'm just trying to save the old tombstones so I have a place to go and do paranormal research. After this, THIS, I got the word black. BLACK. Now, I don't know what black means. Is your last name Black? BLACK? Because it was asking for names. That's a possibility. But, I don't see anything here that would lead me to believe that that word is going to be helpful as far as trying to preserve the old tombstones here. But I will say that preserving these old tombstones so that they're here and for the next 2112 and for this tombstone over here, 2105, I want to see them stay around. Everything else can proceed, but I like to see this graveyard stay here as much as it is right now, which is compared to the way it was in 1912 when Mr. James Campbell passed away, and the way it was in 1905 when Mr. William Campbell passed away. So, anyway, I don't work with the Historical Society of Apalachicola, and I don't work with the Chestnut Street Cemetery in any way. I'm just an advocate for saving old history and old tombstones. Anything old, I like to save it. All right, who gave me the name Black? Can you give me a first name? My first name is Keith. Well, I'm going to show you what the sky is like today. Today is, it's partly cloudy, but I don't think there's any chance of rain. I'm going to go up from the cedar trees, and I'm going to go clockwise. This is going to be 6 o'clock towards the east. It's going to be 9 o'clock towards the, like I say, the southwest. It's going to be 12 o'clock towards the west. So the sun is at my back. That's the best way I find to take pictures here. There you can see the graves here right in front of the border wall. So they're tightly squeezed in here. I think I heard something else coming from the Obelisk 5B. Sometimes if you ignore it, that's when you'll get words. Well, I got race, R-A-C-E. I guess saying their race is black. Chest, C-H-E-S-T, and heat, H-E-A-T. I had asked if the ghost spirits could feel the weather or the heat, what they liked about, whether they liked thunderstorms or cold weather or hot weather. Looks like this ghost likes the heat. I've got chest a couple times, C-H-E-S-T. I don't know if there was anything between black and race. If it was, I missed it. I think I only heard heat. I heard something like that, and I knew to check, but I didn't hear race or chess. So let me turn in a way that you can see at home. It's no fun if you can't see it. I don't know. I must have. Let me see if I can wipe the lens off a little bit. I don't know if that helps or not. Sometimes the lens gets smudged. Sorry about that. Race, chess, and heat. So am I right about you're saying that your race was black? Something about a treasure chest and heat? I think it's multiple ghosts. I think one ghost is answering my earlier question about they like it when it's hot out. Could it be you were like that when you were alive, or you think it has nothing to do with it? It's just that after you passed away, you like it when it's hot. I've got chests. Maybe the last 2 times that I was here. Chest. Are you talking about a treasure chest? Can you give me the location of this treasure chest? Oh, that would be fun. Anytime you're ready, I'll listen to the location. And if you had a ghost or spirit that could let you know, oh yeah, I dropped a silver dollar here back in 1850, and take your metal detector and go look there. I'd buy a metal detector at that rate. But I've never been able to get that type of clarity. Maybe the ghosts or spirits don't like a person financially benefiting off of them. I don't know. It's the only thing I could think of. If I was a ghost or spirit, I wouldn't mind helping out people like that. I don't know if I'd help out a real rich person, but I'd help out a person that was, fairly in need of money. A hard-working, honest person. I was going to go in circles to let you know where I'm at related to the cemetery. I'm probably about as close to the fence. There's others down here that are closer to the fence. It kind of goes into a point. There might be people buried there. If they are, it's unmarked. So, Mr. William Campbell, what was your favorite thing about Apalachicola? Your favorite thing? I'll tell you what I like about Apalachicola, the restaurants and the Chestnut Street Cemetery. What'd you like about Apalachicola? Could you answer me while I got the camera on? Because most of the time, words come up when I don't have the camera on. Well, don't look like anything's going to happen. All right, Mr. Campbell. You want me to ignore the Obelisk 5? I know I'm missing words when I ignore the Obelisk 5, but when I ignore it, that's when they start talking. Well, I guess they think I'm not going to see it. They should know there's a screen there that shows the last 3 words, so you got to at least speak 4 words for me to miss one. Now that piece in between almost looks like it's brick covered with some type of stucco. Maybe all this is brick covered with stucco. I guess it is. Yeah, you can see the red brick there, and there, and the red brick there. So they should be able to repair it with stucco and some type of, cement or brick glue to keep it tight once the trees are cut down. I imagine this whole thing is like a little sand dune, so sand flows and moves. So over the years, it still might cause damage just from the sand moving over time, either increasing or decreasing in level. So, all right, I've been here a long time, and I'm going to go ahead and stop Paranormal Short Session 30 by Keith Evans at the Chestnut Street Cemetery. Today is Wednesday, the 24th of July 2024, and I hope everyone enjoyed this Paranormal Short Session, and appreciate all your support. I'm glad that you check out my YouTube channel called Paranormal Short Sessions by Keith Evans. And I appreciate you checking out my Facebook and my Instagram page. All right, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you all watching. Appreciate the ghosts and spirits that participate. Give me words and choose the true and false from the Obelisk 5 and choose words from the Obelisk 5. Looks like I got a word after heat. KNOWN, and I can't see the other one. Let's turn this way. Yeah, after heat, it was KNOWN, own, and text, TEXT. Can you see it at home? Known and text came after heat. KNOWN and TEXT came after heat, HEAT. All right, I appreciate everyone for watching. This is Keith Evans signing off from the Chestnut Street Cemetery. Have a good day. Bye-bye.